my big breakthrough. Hey. Now you're looking at me. How are you? You're ringing in my ears. Or is you just so still? Now he's on the laptop. He's blessing my laptop. This is cool. Hey, beautiful. You're looking at me. How are you? So fascinating. It's never happened before. Looks like you have gold in your wings. Say hi to the crowd. Now we have a dragonfly. A butterfly and a dragonfly. Tickles. You tickle. Oh my gosh. It doesn't matter how I move either. Like this. He's just so content right here. You must feel safe. You feel safe with me, huh? Okay, now he's in my hair. No. He came back, huh? Oh boy. I think I have a new friend. Ah. Ouch. Jesus. So he's determined to be by me today. This feels so beautiful. Castiel. wonder how long you'll be here for. Tickles. It tickles. It tickles. And this, my friend, is why you should always look kind of cute when you're going out. I was just on my back porch. I was all in my energy. This is so cool. Look at that. I wish I could make stuff like this up, but this stuff happens to me all the time. Your energy's calm enough to catch a butterfly. It's so funny because butterflies have always been my symbolism. When I had my photography business, it was a yellow butterfly. And anytime I've done transformation or correlations, I've always thought of butterflies. And last night I had a huge breakthrough. Huge breakthrough. I heard something and everything just kind of finally made sense. Finally. I wasn't planning on talking, but since this little guy's not leaving, I named him Keshia. Decided I might as well speak. So I've been having the hardest time dealing with things, like having to be able to come forward, speak about my spiritual gifts, and be in alignment. Well, I'm not usually in alignment, but being in that space where I feel free to not be shameful of what it is that I experience. And I was sitting here working on my landing page, writing out the stuff that makes sense as me. And this guy just decided to just show up. I'm finally speaking after 17 minutes of just awe. And mainly because I was hearing like a ringing in my ears, and then I felt vibrations in my hands, and I felt like I was just receiving. And that's kind of like what receiving is like, and that's what I was doing. Yeah. I thought to do live, but you know what? I was like, this is an experience. Plus, I'm in my morning gear. So last night I had a day. Ouch! Something fell on me. Sorry. And it really wasn't a bad day, but I had leveled up. Last week I had an epiphany, and as I went through the epiphany, I like inspired action came. All of this information just right through me. I was listening to this lady Sonica's um, she had something posted, and I was reading it, and it just made sense, because I've always been on the tangent of manifesting and understanding certain things I need to do with energy. But aligning and actually taking action, I would always freeze up, and I didn't know why I was freezing. It was starting to drive me crazy. And in the process, I did it, and I was ready to launch on Saturday, and then I froze again. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? So I did my self-care Saturday morning. After self-care Saturday morning, I was inspired, did my work, and then I got tired and I had to sleep. And sleep is always a good thing. I was able to rest and get some good energy off of that. Sunday morning, woke up, did my usual routine, ready to work. Couldn't work. I was tired. Couldn't. Um, so then I went to the pool. Why not? Figured let me get dressed, look cute, rest, sleep. Other ladies ended up being there, and we had a Sunday fun day. Yes, yes, that was so fun. Oh my God. Ah, it was a blast. My brother came through. We just had laughs and fun, and it was just perfect. Monday, thinking, okay, I had my rest. I should be able to get into it, which was yesterday. Nope, didn't happen. Not at all. Not at all. I was still stuck with this WordPress site, still trying to figure certain things out. I was like, oh my God. I had a dream, couldn't remember the dream to save my life. And close to the end of the midday, I remembered this person. So I said, let me hit him up, see if he could help me with this site. We ended up being on the phone having a profound conversation. He's my accountability partner now, which is awesome. We spoke back and forth all day. He fixed my problem. I helped him fix a problem. I didn't know that was going to happen, but magical things happen when he and I connect. So that's a beautiful thing. And went to my class, taught my class. But one of the things I had issues with was like I was being a sponge. So that breakthrough I had last week changed my energy. I alchemized once again. And with that, I started picking up everything. I was like, holy nuts. So one of my clients slash friends, she called. It's awesome when you can be, your coach, healer for a friend or a family member. That I'm telling you, especially when you know that, a lot of people, not even Jesus was a prophet in his land, So she hits me up. I'm picking up all of her ailments. As I tell her I'm getting a headache and feeling certain things, she's like, oh my God, Keshia, that's me. I'll hang up with you. I don't want you to go through this. So we hung up, and then I released it. And then when I went to the class, one of the ladies had, an ailment, a serious one, and I was like, okay, well, I don't want to pick that up or feel their emotions because I started coughing, and so when I am healing, coughing happens. It's the way I release. I don't use my own energy when I'm healing, but so it happens. So we're in the meditation class, which if you haven't tried it out, you definitely have to come. I'm probably going to do something in the online space, but it's definitely nice in person. I add the elements of sound and scent. It's awesome. Look at this little guy. Keshia is he's been doing something to my fingers the whole time. Yeah. He's been on my head. He's been on my arms, my legs. But he loves this hand, which is my strong hand. I know there's deep symbolic meaning with the butterfly, of all things for me, because the butterfly's been a symbolism with me from day one. My old logo was a yellow butterfly, and here we are with this guy. And I've always seen myself in different formations. I've seen myself as the caterpillar. I've seen myself as the chrysalis. I've seen myself with the cracked chrysalis for a very long time. And then to have this one to show up on me today after last night is just hugely profound. So let me finish the story. So I go through the class, and I automatically start feeling I'm picking up their stuff. So I said, I can't do this. I need protection now. I commanded that thing in. And when I did, I saw this symbol. I saw something just go shoom. As soon as I did it, I felt clear. And I was like, that's it. That's it right there. So I just need to master that. So I kept playing with it and mastered it for the whole hour in the class. I had a whole hour meditation to do, and we did it. It was rocked out. These ladies, not only did how I would do my meditations is pretty cool. It's just, I take you somewhere. It's not no mindful stuff. Okay, this is a powerful meditation session. It's all about like healing and connecting, and they're really getting a lot out of this whole thing, you know. And when they woke up, they were like this, oh, I'm tired. It makes me feel good when I see them do that. And they were like, what's crazy was they felt their whole inner body get hot. So that means they activated. That was awesome. And then, oh, here goes the dragonfly. Let's see if he'll come land on me. So then I said, I said to them, oh, so the, yeah. So it went so great. So I come home. I decide to test out what I'm doing, my protection. Ah, there's the dragonfly. There's two of them. I don't want to look like Dr. Doolittle out here. Oh, Jesus. Um, I think he landed on my foot. Oh, he's gone. Okay, so I called my friend who I picked everything up from, did what I had to do. Didn't pick anything up, so it worked. So, because I have a session this evening, and I know we're going to do some big things in this afternoon session, so I wanted to make sure that was good. Did call back up with had a couple other calls, and then when I was done, I just felt like this. I felt drained, and I was like, and then my mind was trying to do the whole negative thing, and I was starting to go to bed defeated. Yeah, I don't know if you guys realize that, but I have my moments a lot. I'm just as human as the rest of y'all, and there's times I doubt. A lot of times I've doubted, huge, because a lot of my ride has been through experience, you know, and like even yeah, a lot of my rides been experience. So to finish the story, I'm getting ready to go to bed, and then I see that I had a live webinar coming on, which I signed up for, and I was like, oh shoot! So I hop on, listen to Miss Sonica, and she said some things, and it finally clicked. When I say click, I mean click, 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 and I just felt like how I said it just now. My energy in my body was like boom, 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 boom. It was like breakthrough, breakthrough, breakthrough. It's just I could just feel it breaking off of me like shells. Like my back was like I felt energy coming out of me everywhere, and it was just like because what I was doing was every decision I started going through all of the thoughts that I was carrying that didn't even serve me, and I was letting them go, and I was doing it. I felt it go. Just felt my body go. I couldn't even sleep. I was like in a state of bliss. I was excited, and I had like this huge epiphany. I think I was up to like 2 a.m. Yeah. I was up. I had to like shut everything off, like deactivate, like turn off my phone and everything, just so I can like sleep because I felt I was sleepy and my brain wasn't thinking. But it was just like the energy that was coming off of me was just so intense. It was so intense. I think I was scared to go. Then I had anxiety. Ooh, what's that crawling on me? Oh, I moved, so it moved. Sorry. So it's okay. So things are like landing on me. I think it was the dragonfly. So it just felt weird. That's why I screamed. I didn't mean to scream like a, like a crazy person. um, so anyway, so I was up. I think I was. Then the anxiety kicks in, and I think it kicked in because I was scared it was gonna go away, and I was gonna wake up to the same nonsense being blocked up again. That mental block was crazy. It's like I would have all these ideas. I'd even execute it because I had the skill set to do it. I would put the website together, put the things, put this, and then it was like I'm just creating just to be creating. It was insane, and it's been going on for a long time. Yeah, and I've been looking for this breakthrough. I was starting to just give up, and then it's like every coach needs a coach, and I didn't have one like to help me with my mind like that, you know. So then I'm having to do it myself. And if you're trying to do it yourself, it's difficult. And I'm a healer. Like, I know how to do the energy work on myself. But every healer needs a healer, every coach needs a coach, you know? So I'm doing this thing. And, like, because the challenge is when you're doing it yourself, you're looking at it from your own perspective. You need someone who can see things outside of your perspective to actually level up. If you can't see outside of your own perspective, you're always going to keep coming back to the same result. That's how you end up as a hamster in that wheel. And that's where I was, you know? So listening to her, it's like I let her be my coach, you know? She wasn't speaking to me specifically, but what she said resonated, and then I took action. Like, for your coach to work, your coach doesn't like have magical powers. Like, you have to like do what it is. And some of the time it's hard, you know. Sometimes it's hard, and sometimes it just happens because you just know it's time. And that happened. And then woke up this morning, and I actually had all what I'm saying to y'all typed up. I had it typed up, planning to send it out, and then I just was finishing up the landing page, and then this little guy decided to show up. Now, about the healing modalities, the things that I have written about, yeah, this guy. Let's see if you can get him in focus. Yeah. Yeah, so people want to know what energy healing is. Now, and some of you know, some of you guys have learned Reiki, some learned other modalities, and some folks have actually tried it, and they've had, the healing touch techniques, and they've experienced some good effects, Now, for me, I had Reiki before, and I was planning to study Reiki. Then I studied something else. But then the modality that I use now, I haven't given it a name yet. I had one name, but I'm not sure if that's the name I'm going to go with yet. I know I'm going to teach it out as a modality at one point, but how it came to me was one night in a dream. I don't really think it was a dream. I saw Thoth, but I didn't know who he was. So Thoth, I just remember hearing physically in my ear 3 knocks at my front door. I was like asleep, and I kept hearing the knock, and I got up, and when I opened the door, he was at my door. And then when he came in, he handed me something, and that was what he showed me. And he's come to me more than once, and I've been scared to tell people that because I think people are just going to think I'm making it up or this or that. And I honestly didn't know exactly what to do with it except do exactly what was said. I went and bought books. Oh, he left me. And, I went and bought books, and that wasn't my path, was to read. So, long story short, I do a healing modality. It's powerful. My clients that have experienced it, they come back to me. Even if it was only one time last year, they've had serious breakthroughs in their life, and they still see things differently than ever, Some have never had healing sessions ever, and now that they've had it the one time, they said that they had profound results. Things have shifted, and things continue to happen. It wasn't like a one-time deal, I guess my butterfly left me because he thinks I'm ready to just talk. And I thought that was like powerful. And for the longest, I doubted it. I don't know why I doubted it, but I did. But I know it works, and I know you guys need the healing. So, and you've probably been wondering how this all happens. How does it work? I do it distant, and I do it in person, and the healing sessions are no touch either way. And it works on whatever things your spirit and yourself needs the most. Okay? And I get into those grassroots, whether it's your emotions, your spiritual body, your mental body, if you're needing clarity. So you don't have to be full on depressed to work with me. You could just not be fully there. Something's just not fully there for you, and you know that, and you feel like you have no one else to communicate with about that. And with me, you'll get those breakthroughs. You'll get that unlocking because I'm going into the energy work. It's not just about trying to figure out what happened to you when you were 3. although that might come up too. But it actually is about releasing it permanently so that way you can actually start living a better quality life. And outside of the healing, I've realized that you need ways to get out of your own habits, get out of your own way, get out of your own self. And that's where I come in with the ongoing coaching programs. All right. So I don't know why I've been locked up away from this thing. I don't know why it's been hard for me to hit send. But I guess my butterfly had to come and let me know that it's time for me to spread my wings and allow myself to just do the thing. Stop, stop, squirming. And of all ways I look is this. Actually, I don't think I look too bad. I think I look right. It's just all natural curly hair in my backyard. Yeah. And I'm sorry, I keep looking at the different insects that are coming towards me. So I have two. There's a dragonfly here and a dragonfly over there. They're both like the same distance apart. One's there, one's there. And there was a spider. Oh, he was on my journal, but I guess he decides he's going to try to walk. Yeah, he's climbing up the chair to me. So, oh my gosh. So I'm attracting my insects and animals all over again. So as long as they're not the serpents like I used to attract. Birds and stuff are good. I don't mind the insects, but I thought this was a really cool moment, and I know if I said it, nobody would believe me. And it was going on. I think this has been an hour now. I think I've only recorded about 36 minutes of it so far, where he landed on my hand. But it started with my shoulder, then my legs. He just kept coming back. So I guess since I finally started speaking, that's yeah. But that was powerful, and I'm going to be posting a link for if you're trying to tap in. Okay, I won't. If you're trying to tap in and you're not feeling the way you want to, you don't feel that level of bliss, you're not feeling that joy, you're not feeling that connectivity, you're not feeling happy on the inside, then I'm your gal, okay? I know why. And it's more than writing a bunch of mantras, praying a bunch of stuff, doing a lot of visualizations, writing 5 times 55, 55, 5 more times. That shit just doesn't work, okay? Meditating all daggone day. Like, there's a link to all of this, okay? And I've done a lot of this stuff, and it's made me really strong in that. Yeah, it has. And I've been like folding myself back for what reason? Yeah, because I thought somebody was going to try and kill me. But it's just like, okay. Okay, she's going to learn to teach people how to heal and open up their gifts. So, but I actually, all right, all jokes aside, I did want to make sure that what I'm teaching is for the greater good. That was a big responsibility. Hell yeah, because I was doing graphic design and photography, and I scaled and I built that business. It took me like forever to get it to this where it was, where it's the system and people thought it was multiple people working there. For me to learn how to scale a business in like 3 months from this man who's like built tons of businesses, have him teach me how to do things, and then tell him, yeah, I want to do all this stuff. And then like a year later, I'm still like, oh, crickets. I got stuck in a mindset, in a block, in this crazy paradigm. Felt like a hamster in a wheel. It's just been crazy. And it felt like each time I had to keep learning something new. I had to keep learning something new. I had a path where, oh God, the spider. I'm not scared of spiders, but I just want to make sure he doesn't bite me. Black and white. I want to hit him, but I don't think I want him to touch me either. Ah! Jesus, he jumped on me. Go. Okay, sorry. Oh boy. I think They have him on shorts. He can really like jump where he wasn't supposed to be jumped. Okay. Mm, mm. Cause like he got like between, yeah, he can really jump on top of me, and I was like, no. Oh boy, 'cause I didn't know he could jump. Anyway, um, make sure he's not persistent, because he looked like he's persistent. Because he moved from across the floor and came over to the desk. I've been watching him for a while, and then he climbed up, went on my journal, then climbed back down and came back up here. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so I don't remember what I was saying now. The spider kind of took me, kind of distracted me. Oh, and the dragonflies are still sitting on each corner. They don't like when you move. And I don't think this camera can zoom in enough for you to see it. But one's like right here, and the other one's like right there. Like they're guarding me. Okay, so that's crazy. This is cool. It's cool. Yeah. So we had a butterfly, two dragonflies, and a spider. So I'm definitely looking those meanings up, because these spiritual meanings, um, they do symbolize stuff. Just like the Native Americans, they all looked towards the land for symbolisms, and they realized there was a lot of ancient wisdom that came from them. You know, we've lost a lot of connection with our spirit. Our mind has decided that it's become more logical. It's removed the emotion. It looks for everything to be verified. And until there's like scientific proof can we believe. And it's pulled so much of our faith away from us. And this is why a lot of us don't experience, um, we don't get to experience true miracles. You know, we feel, that's why we feel lost. And when you work with me, I get you reconnected into that. And the experiences I've had, I've seen so many things that I didn't even know existed. Like I grew up in a Christian faith, and then the first time I saw like this blue man, I was like, what the heck is that? And I was like, I remember seeing him before, but I had no idea. I hadn't studied their faith, you know. And then when I looked them up, I started studying Hinduism, and then understood it, you know. Wanted to understand, to have that discernment and wisdom. And then I remember when I heard that knock on the door, and then I saw Thoth, and I was like, who's he? You know? Why's he come to me? And I mean, don't judge me on this, because I mean, I really didn't know, you know? I didn't know. I had no daggone clue. I remember after I saw, what was the other one? After I saw Krishna, and I saw the one who breaks obstacles, I saw them. I kept meeting people of that faith, and I'd ask them probably the dumbest questions ever. It was, and I just had to. They at least were very nice and kind to me. You know, they listened to what I had to say, and I shared my experiences with them, and they were actually very receptive. You know, and because during this time I would have people from on the internet also reaching out to me and telling me that they recognize my energy and they see who I am and blah blah blah. And this was very overwhelming. I was just like, oh my God, what is this? What is this? I had no clue what was happening, you know. And so, with all that being said, I think all of those experiences kind of pulled me in, you know. So, like how you hear certain certain prophets or spiritual teachers that have come before in the past, and they went away for 40 days. I think that was me. I went away for a couple of years. Um, some may went days. I think I went years. I just been in a little. I've been on social, as you guys all know, but um, out in the physical world, I was kind of incognito. I was living in the smallest state where we're like a half a degree separated from each other, and um, no one really saw me. Yeah, I was almost invisible, you know. And in that time frame, I was able to really connect and get into that space. And then I realized how much inner work I had to do And I realized how hard this crap is. But I didn't realize how many other people have these same challenges. And a lot of the things that I went through that I even thought I was crazy for was probably went to the times of like insanity or feeling like I was depressed and like going through it. And I'm like, I'm ready to just go back and take pictures. And why I stopped was when I had the accident. I had a major car accident back in 2013. I got better pretty quickly. I mean, it was bad. I couldn't, my eyes had got affected, my head. I had a severe head concussion. My vision went bad, really bad. I wasn't allowed to drive or do a lot of things. And then after that, I I started to do things like I would meet random people that I was working with that just seemed normal, and they had gifts. Who knew, right? Church people were telling me these type of things about myself, and started working, doing different, working on myself and doing things, and stuff actually worked. And that's how I got into this, and that's how that got taken away. And then I had five more. So I had four more accidents, so five total in the span of 2 years. So it's like every time I got better, within 6 months I had another accident. Two of them I was at a light. One I wasn't even driving. It's just dumb stuff, you know. It's almost like the universe was like, boom. It's either it was out to get me or he was trying to quiet me down because I always felt like I had to be doing something or get busy. And I love being a creator and making things. And then as I was guided to do a book, I was like, okay, I want to share this, but I did. So I wrote the book, and then after the book, I realized, well, people need to know how, because I'm a problem solver. Like if you come to me, venting isn't going to be the ideal thing for me to just sit and listen, and you want to stay in your problem. I'm a problem solver naturally. I like to help people. I'm very intuitive. And I watch things as they, I watch what's going on, and I can be able to dissect and help you as I'm reading out what's going on with you. So those are all been natural with me, and it's also helped me with my photography to be able to connect into spaces. These dragonflies are still here, right here, they're guarding, and it's just, and they are. It helped me with my gift to connect with the room, capture those moments because I love candid shot photography and be in that space. So it was very difficult for me to leave that and decide to do this. And then I'm like, well, this is a huge responsibility. You're talking about somebody's faith. You're talking about changing how somebody may think. Like they already are on the fence. So I don't want to convince anybody that this is what you got to do. But if you are on the fence and you're looking for more answers, that's where I'm going to help you. You know what I mean? But you're talking about shaping how someone thinks. That's a big, big, big responsibility. Like we're not talking like change their idea on how they think if the roof should be pink or blue. I mean, you can always change the color. You're talking about changing the way they believe and their eternity. So that's just was a big that was a big thing to take in. I think I took the time frame to just really think things out and really go into myself. And then I was like, I don't want to. I have to be this. I can't tell people this is how you should be, and then I'm somewhere different. So then I had to really work on myself, and I took that time to do that because I was like, okay, well, I can't be saying I'm this or tell them they should do that, and I'm doing something else. And so I had to come to terms with all aspects of myself, the good, the bad, the ugly, the crazy, all of it, and just realize and remove the labels and find joy within all of these things. And it's been like a ride. It's been a daggone ride. I'm surprised I'm still here because there's plenty of times I was like, I'm about to go get a job. I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that. It's been rough. But with all that being said, it's also been really profound, and it's been lonely sometimes because I've been dealing with. There's a lot of things I can't share with people because they never understood. So then I was like, well, no, as I meet my clients, and they open up. Now we're becoming friends because now they're awake, I'm awake. They're dealing with this, I'm dealing with it. We can understand and relate to each other. So that's been beautiful. And then as certain things happened, I think it was in 2017, there was a big shift. And some other stuff happened energetically recently where a lot of people just started shedding karma, releasing, letting things out, and now they're just naturally waking up as well. The big one was back in 2012. But then since then there's been more. So I see when these things are happening as well. Sometimes I'm not exactly sure what's happening, but That's what coming together as a conglomerate helps, because sometimes it's like a wild ride when you're experiencing these things. So um, this whole ascension thing is a real deal, and I want to be able to teach that out to you guys. Okay, so I'm offering when I had my big epiphany last week. It was about realizing that I have seven. And seven is a big thing for me. It's crazy. Um, I have to go into that another time. Like, so to see that I actually ended up creating seven without the agenda or the goal of having seven products. And then I'm like, well, why do I have seven? And then all the other successful people only have one. And then I'm like on all the different platforms. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter. What else? That's the main one. That's five. So I'm on the main platforms, and I'm doing that, and everybody just do one, just do one. So I was blaming like a lot of my failures on that, and then I was like, I could hear my spirit say, no, this is what you're supposed to do. You can't follow what everybody else is doing. You have a path to lead. And I'm like, well, why do I have to do so many? Or then I was like self-sabotaging myself, thinking that there's something wrong with me because I keep creating, or maybe I'm procrastinating, so I keep creating another product. But it's like the ideas kept coming. So there's the book. And then after I wrote the book, I had these ideas for shirts. So I was to spit out like 30 different shirt ideas in one sitting. And then I found a place and put it all together. So then after the shirts, I had created the individual coaching. And then I was like, I don't think I want to do that. I was going back and forth about it. That's when I realized I had to do more of my inner work. But now I'm loving that. So I had the healing sessions. I was starting doing the regular healings. So it's like healing / coaching. So there's individual. After that, then I figured let me do group. And then I created before those two, I created courses, like mini classes that you can take. So there's that. So there's the book, the t-shirts, the courses, and they're like broken down in small pieces. Like if you only want to learn ascension, if you only want to learn just the beginnings of how to, cure and your space, keep it clean, and keeping your energy high, clearing your home, things like that. That's the healing tools package. So I made like mini courses like that, inexpensive, really affordable, that you can just grab right now on the site. And then the ascension packet, because when you're going through this stuff, a lot of your physical symptoms, and some of you are probably experiencing but don't know what the heck it is. You've probably gone to the doctor and they can't find anything wrong with you. That was my journey, always going to the doctor and nothing being wrong with me, but yet you still have the symptoms. So then you're wondering if they're giving you a pill for a placebo effect, and then that's still not helping. You're changing your diet, you're changing your sleep patterns, everything's changing, and you're not getting a resolution. It's because there's something behind that. So I created a packet for that, and that's also inexpensive, really affordable. Then I created a membership site for the ongoing people that want to always stay in tune with what's going on now. Okay, that's called my Universal Love Pro program. That really gives you the meat and hook of putting everything into your life. I'm telling you, that is like the bomb. I have a whole sequence that I created for that. And then I've always drawn symbols. So I have the cards, vibrational healing cards. Yeah, so I think that's 7. Yeah, individual coaching book, group coaching, courses, membership program, vibrational healing cards, and something else. Individual. I gotta look. So I'm probably forgetting one. So yeah. Now I'm stuck on it. The book, the apparel, individual coaching, group coaching, courses, membership, vibrational cards. 7. There it is. I forgot the book. All right. So 7 things. Yeah. So 7 for me. Like all the kids have 7s in their birthdays, and 7 was tied to me in a number of reasons, ways in my life. So it's been a powerful number with me, and knowing that there's a confirmation in it, and so it makes sense that it's happening right after I discovered the 7. It makes sense why I vibrationally opened up heavy over the weekend. It makes sense why I locked up, because there was another belief I had to unlock, and everything chimed in. And I wonder how many days it's been since the first day that I learned. You know what? I think the 7. I think it was last Tuesday when she started the group, when I first had the idea of what to do and started working on everything. So today would be day number 7. Wow, I didn't even notice that until just now. This is how symbolisms and how God works. I'm telling you. Now, if somebody would have told me I'd be sitting out here in my sleeve t-shirt and my hair not done, um, with this daggone thing I popped on my forehead, I would never believed you. I wouldn't have believed you that a butterfly would sit on me for like almost 30 minutes, and just be still and calm. Nor would I believe these other things would be going on around me, and they are still sitting here. I'm scared to move to try to get you guys to see it, but I don't know. Yeah, let me see. This is crazy. Let me see. Hopefully they don't know. I don't know if you can see. There's the one. It's on the little post. It's actually looking at me. The dragonfly. Okay, that's one. I know you guys believe me, but I wanted to show you. Let's see if I can get to the other one. He's like on my dog leash. That looks dirty, but I want you to see it. I have to be very still because I don't want to fly away. All right. Wait. Ah! You see him? He's on there, right there. You see him? Okay. Oh, no, he left. Figures. That's what I was scared of. Okay. The other one's still there. And you get too close to them, sometimes they just move. But he did stay for a little bit. I don't think he moved till the end when the water fell on us. Okay. That's the end of that. This was long. I guess now I'll post it. I have to hit the send. I can't believe. And it's good that you see this because these things happen. And I think that we're so busy that we don't get to notice nature and we don't get to understand the significance of the things of life, the real deeper meaning, but it's here in front of us every day. And then we have this tendency to have these gadgets and have these other things, monopolizing our time. I'm even surprised this battery's alive because usually that thing died quick, especially with a video. Oh God, my laptop is a doozy, and I've been out on it for a while this morning. So yeah, this is really interesting. It must be powering this another way today, but it's here, and these animals or these insects, technically they're insects. They don't just go on like anybody. Like your energy has to be at a certain level, I remember there was a time I went to a relative's house, and we were there, and it was the first time I was there in a while, so I didn't realize they had a dog, and they were using this dog like as a security dog, so he was a little bit aggressive, or she, sorry, it was she. And I was sitting out back and I walked right past the dog, and I didn't see him. And at the time, I didn't have a dog of my own, so I was kind of scared of dogs, And he was big. I forget what kind. It was a big black dog. I don't remember what kind. It wasn't a Doberman or a Rottweiler. I don't remember. But anyway, it was one of those like security type dogs. And so I was sitting out there, it looked like a wolf, and I seen something move at the corner of my eye, and I was like, what's that? And then he got up, and I was like, oh my God, he was big. I'm big. I was like, oh. So then I was like a little nervous, and then I'm looking to see if he's like, if she's I didn't know if it was a he or she. I was like, is it attached to something? Like, what's going to happen? Am I going to get bit today? And I was like, no, I'm not going to get bit. I'm not going to get bit by a dog today, not today. So I slowly get up, and as I slowly got up, it got up and stood up, and then I seen it had like, it was a chain on it. So I was like, okay, it can't get too far, but how far can it get to me? So as I started to walk towards the door, which is where it was blocking, it moved towards me for us to kind of jump. So I jumped, and then as it got closer to me, it bowed. The dragonfly came back. It bowed. Like the dog put its paws down and bowed its head to me. And I was like, whoa. And I just stood there and I looked and I realized, okay, there's nothing to be scared of here, but that's different. I've never seen that before. And then he came over. He's a big dog. And it started licking my hands. And as I did that, as it was licking my hands, the owner, my cousins and them, they came out the door and they're like, Keshia! And I jumped. And I'm like, what? And they're like, like they're trying to tell me to get away from her. And then they look and they realize that she's licking my hand. And then she started to jump around like a puppy, like a little puppy, like playful and like jovial and up on her two paws and about putting her head under my, I think you get the picture. And it was just really profound, and they were like, no, get away, because she doesn't know strangers, and unless she knows you through them, she's not going to approach you, she'll try to attack. But she didn't do that to me. She was very calm, very sweet, loving, very, very, very loving dog. And animals know, insects know, nature knows your energy. And if you're not experiencing this, something may be off. Maybe some experiences happen. Maybe something is going on with you. Maybe you don't want animals to like you, but maybe that experience isn't such a bad idea, but because right now your experiences from your past are holding you hostage from thinking that that's even something for you. And I'm here to say that if once you get things right inside you and you start feeling well, things like this happen all the time. And it becomes a really cool thing. Like, you seen how I jump with the spider. I mean, if he crawled up my leg, I wouldn't have cared because they've done it before. They've crawled up my arms. I'm not scared of spiders. But I think the way he was going to jump, I wasn't sure where he was going to land. So it's like, no. I jumped up because of that. Because it's like, wait a minute. I don't know what to do if he does something. If he lands where he's not supposed to land. So this would have been a whole other video. But I digress. The thing is, when we're in this life, we're here to live it and really be fulfilled. And if you're not feeling that level of bliss, you're not being in that state of being, you're not feeling that state of joy, then it's time for a healing. It's time for a session. It's time to get booked with me. I would say a one-on-one, but I'm getting ready to launch a group as well. So I'm going to do both. And if you're just curious, there's the other smaller products. There's the book. There's the little mini courses, and then you can always work your way up, okay? It's here for all levels. I am here for all levels, and I'm here to get your mind and have you feel well on the inside. It's all about getting to that level of bliss. Now, this is Keshia Martin. My website is Keshia, Keshia, Martin.com. You can find all of this information on my site. I also have a very good blog, okay? Has a lot of insight on ways to help you out of your habits on how to apply that knowledge, as they call 5D. As you're ascending, you're raising your vibrations up higher. And that's multi-dimensional, so I never really say 5D. But when you raise your vibrations higher and you start to ascend to these different light bodies, I associate myself more with that. When you start to go into these different bodies, light bodies, and you go into a higher dimensions, you fill into a higher space and things do transform and different. That's when the manifestations get easier. That's when synchronicity is seamless and you become like a master of alchemy. You start to alchemize things, you start to transform, you start to transition, and things like this I've done pretty easily in a lot of aspects, and only like my kids may know, really, because they're the only ones who get to really see and experience certain things. And so when I said I've kept things hidden, I've really kept it hidden, and for a reason. One was my own fears, and then two was, there's levels for stuff. Not everybody has good intentions, so discernment is key in a lot of this stuff, and that's why there's an application process with me, especially with the one-on-one. I'm not picking up anybody. Okay, you have to be in that right space to work with me. You do. If you're not in that space, I will not work with you, not just to teach you some skills. I can't do that. So that's not what I'm here for. I'm only going to bring on people of levels of integrity, the ones that are here for it, and the ones that are ready to manifest and really help transform lives, okay? So whether it's yourself, people that are in service industries that are always taking other people on are great for this. Leaders are great for this. I think I'm more working for people that, entrepreneurs, okay, leaders, people of service. Um, for if you're working a job, you might have to start with the you might have to start with some of the smaller packages first, okay? Because I'm really focusing more with the entrepreneurs. I have a better way of relating with them, people that are already thinking outside the box with certain things. I might offend people when I say that, but that is a part of my reality, you know? On this, to unplug from certain things and to be in that space already, and for me to be able to really reach you. So for that student to appear, these are some of the traits and qualifications they have, okay? um, it is a thing of great value. It's not something that you treat lightly. It's been hidden away. A lot of stuff has been hidden away in sacred text for a very long time for a reason, and I understand some of those reasons, you know. But it's time that a lot of you guys start to really understand who you are as a person and allow yourself a space to move in a light that's stronger than where you've been. Okay? So my name is Keshia Martin. Sign up if you want to get into that state of the bliss. If you're curious, buy the book. Okay? It's only 20 bucks. You can afford that. Start reading, start understanding, start trying things out for yourself. What you got to lose? You know? I had to. I did it. That's how I'm here, you know? And part of the reason why I did it also is because, sorry, the butterfly, is because, oh, what's the thing that really made me say, yeah, I need to do this? Because I seen things. I had spiritual things, leaders give me bad information. I've had where they lied and tried to coax you into stuff. And I've gone through those pitfalls with that type of thing, you know, telling you that you need to take these, they have to give you a bath for them to, you know, where there's things that you can do on your own, you know. There's, like, naked, that's what I mean, like some things just seem fishy. Like, man trying to tell you get naked so that way he can give you a bath when he could have told you how to take the bath. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't seem right. Stuff like that, I would see. Then you hear, like, you're online and you hear stuff where, you know, people just misusing their ability and have people believing that's real, you know? That stuff bothered me, because that's a real deal. Then you have people that are teaching just be meditating and just be mindful, and then there's more people getting depressed because they're being stuck alone. They're not realizing they're supposed to take action. They're thinking, oh, if I just focus on the law of attraction, things are just going to magically come to me, and that stuff just don't work like that. It just doesn't. Like, you have to do the work, and I figured out what work you have to do, and that's what I'm here to teach you, so that way you actually get the daggone results you're looking for, because other than that, you're going to keep spinning in wheels. Trust, I know, I've done it. So yeah, those things have inspired me. The miscommunication between knowledge, and, like, right now, one of the biggest things is I'm adding some stronger components that I've been studying and understanding, and then I know some key people online in this online space I'm going to try to connect with as well, because I know that they are the real deal, okay, and that they can help on other aspects that's not in my focus, you know. So my focus is on the wellness and the well-being, but I'm sure that but I know folks that are on other spaces that have done the work. They are the real deal, and they're here to help as well. And I follow them, and I listen to them, and I pay attention, and I'm connected in energetically. So I feel strong enough to say, yes, this is a person that you should listen to too, because they're in it, you know, and they know it. So stay tuned. I can't believe I end up speaking all the things that's probably been sitting in me for so long, and it happened in such an uncanny way. Yeah, so I guess my wings were ready to fly. Yeah, I guess that's what happened today. So have a wonderful day. Check out the site today, okay? Click the links in the post, and I will see you again the next time.